How's it going, guys? Chris here with 4-Star Ninja Academy. I'm going to be demoing the 11U Masters course for our upcoming P9 Endurance competition on April 11th. Obstacle 1. Clear. Obstacle 2. Clear. Obstacle 3. Clear. Obstacle 4. Clear. Obstacle 5. Clear. 6. Ooh. Go further than I thought it was. Clear. Obstacle 8 clear. Obstacle 9. Clear. Obstacle 10.
This is obstacle 9.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Couldn't count it. My bad. Clear. Obstacle 10. Clear. Obstacle 11. Clear. And obstacle 12. Clear. Time.
Hey everybody, Dusty here. I am going to go through the course rules for our 11U Masters course. General rule throughout the entire course, there is no incidental contact with the floor, mats, or any of the trussing, posts, and that sort of thing. If any contact will result in a fail. Alright, I will go through and explain the obstacles and variations for Masters as we get there. Starting off, obstacle 1 remains the same for both. You've got your 3 pegs, tops only. The base of the pegs steps are not in play. Transitioning onto the blue PVC pipe, you'll be rolling that over to your point B, which will be the top of this block. The feet are not in play on these. Once you are on that block, you'll get your point for the PVC pipe. Then we'll transition to the body prop. Your hands are allowed on the bar over here. If you contact the top here as you're transitioning, that's okay. But your feet will be on the sides only of the A-frame. The bottom here is a part of the floor and would result in a fail. Using your feet on the A-frame, hands on the bar to transition. You're allowed to use this to step up to your point B. Again, the bottoms here are part of the floor and not in play. So this will be your point B for obstacle 2, and then point A for obstacle 3. You've got your 3 rings to transition to our trapeze bar, our second trapeze bar, where you will dismount to your point B, and then point A for obstacle 4. You've got your orange ring, your targets. That will be set up as such to make your way through to your point B, and then point A for obstacle 5 with cannonball hooks. So you're only allowed to use the cannonball hooks. On the cannonball hooks, you're not allowed to grab onto the eye bolts or the bolts at the top. So just the cannonballs only. And transitioning to our orange pads here, you'll get your point when you make it around to your point B here. On to obstacle 6. You've got your ring, and hands and feet are allowed on the white PVC pipe to make our way over to our blue ring. And this is a continuation obstacle, so when you get to the mail slot here, once you have control over the mail slot, you will get your point for the PVC, and will have begun your point for obstacle 7. If, by chance, you fail the PVC pipe, then you just won't get your point here. We will have a box here for you to transition up to the mail slot. Once you are on that mail slot, you will have begun obstacle 7. You're allowed to use the mail slot, the upside down smiley face, and any part of the wood star to make our way to our point B, and then point A for obstacle 8. For obstacle 8, you have the bullseye and the flywheel to transition around to our 2 orange blocks here. That will be your point B, and then point A for a tire roll obstacle. For the A-frames, you can use hands and feet, you can use the sides and tops, so again, just not the wood base on the floor. And second A-frame, and then the blue only on the trampoline to get onto our tire. I'm going to bring this back so I can show you the variation for Masters. For Masters, we will have an orange pad in here that you will be allowed to use before getting onto that tire, all right? Otherwise, for 11U, there will be a little stopper here for the tire, but you will be using the trampoline to jump up onto the tire. Hands and feet are allowed on the tire to make our way over to point B, and then point A for obstacle 10. You've got your 2 tire platforms. Big tractor tire here to get to the rope, swinging across to this tractor tire, and then jumping over to the orange pad, which is your point B. Then point A for obstacle 11. This box won't be here unless it is needed for 11U. So you will be jumping up, going right onto the incline bar, traversing across where you will have a ring that is magnetized. Up there you'll grab that ring and send your way over to your orange pad, which will be your point B for obstacle 11, and then point A for obstacle 12, your final obstacle. We've got just the Lachey bars only, the 2 bars, to make our way to the light blue pad. We will make sure it is taped off so you know where that dismount pad is, and then to your buzzer. All right, everybody, there's a 4-minute time limit on the course. Good luck. We will see you on April 11th.